The Morning Market Minute, UPBOptionMillionaires.com on this Tuesday, May 12, 2015. As Yogi Berra used to say, it's like deja vu all over again for the S&P 500 futures. Look at the last 3 weeks. Start on Monday with just high hopes, but those are dashed into the middle of the week when we start to recover those losses and get back to almost even for the week. We saw it last week as well. Sharp pullback into Thursday, and just a sharper recovery up into the close on Friday. Start the week this week lower, and then overnight, continuation to the downside. We're getting a little bit of a bounce, but the bond market is what's scaring market participants here. Look at the 30-year Treasury bond futures here, pulling back significantly. If you look at the 20-year bond Treasury ETF, the TLT, which is I like to trade, and if you look from a long-term perspective, is broken down. Look at this candle. I've been talking about this resistance line here. Trend line tried to break above it, could not. It's been a really precipitous fall. Down below support. Now we're at about 118 and change. We're down under that earlier this morning. Zillow reports earnings after the bell today. Had a strong rally yesterday. Look at this. We are coming together here for a sharp either move to the upside or downside. The market is pricing at about a $7 move, which is precisely what we moved yesterday to the upside. That would get us back to almost 108 here for Zillow, or down to the 90-91 level. We'll see if that happens. So let's look at Twitter. I was talking about this in the chat room at Option Millionaires. Also got some call contracts for a move up this week. Looking for this gap down, earnings gap to fill eventually up over $50. If you look, though, from a technical perspective, looks like some sort of a bear flag is forming, with support being at about the $35 level, which is what we saw back towards the end of last year. I'm looking for a bounce here. I know a lot of people are expecting continued downside, but if you look, volume is waning here. We're seeing the sellers start to take their foot off the gas pedal, and we're starting to curl back up, and I think we're going to get back over 40 in the short term. The market's not pricing in much of a move, 50 cents. So I'm looking for this to get to about $39 by weekend. A couple other stocks to watch. Facebook continues to dance around at long-term support resistance. Broke through it last week. It's sitting under it. Could set up for a bearish move to about the 72.50 level before finding support. But again, this long-term trend line is acting as support, and I think it's going to get back over it, head back up to record highs. Google, also keep an eye on it. Loves that 550 level. Tried to break above it yesterday. Was briefly above it. It's like a magnet here. 550 seems to find its way back to it. It's in the midst of a consolidation, narrowing price range. We're looking for that spike up to new all-time record highs. Sometime this year. Apple was weak yesterday, also dragging down the S&P 500, but still remains above long-term trendline support here. This broadening descending wedge that broke out of last month. Looking for a move up to record high stock prices for Apple. And finally, Verizon buying out AOL. They get all of the dial-up subscribers from AOL. Now, it's $50 a share. Actually, if you look from a revenue perspective, AOL revenue per share, $30 a share, actually has a decent profit. And on this news, Verizon is down a little less than 1%. That's the Morning Market Minute. This morning's actually about 3 minutes. It's 20 minutes before the market's going to open for trade. I'll see you in the chat room at OptionMillionaires.com. Have a great day. Goodbye.